Animal alphabet, from alligator to zebra. A. What animal names begin with the letter A, alligator and ape? B. Bear begins with the letter B. C. Camel begins with C. Canary and cat also begins with the letter C. D. Dog begins with the letter D. Ducks begins with AD too. E. Elephant begins with the letter E. F. Fox begins with the letter F. G. Giraffe and grasshoppers begin with the letter G. Hippopotamus begins with the letter H. I. Iguana begins with the letter I. J. Jaguar begins with the letter J. K. Koala and kangaroo begin with the letter K. L. Llama, lizard, and ladybug all begin with the letter L. M. Monkey and mouse begin with the letter M. N. Nightingale begins with the letter N. O. Owl begins with the letter O. P. Pig begins with P, and pigeon also begins with the letter P. Q. Quail begins with the letter Q. R. Rabbit begins with the letter R. S. Swam begins with the letter S. T. Toucan begins with the letter T. U. Unicorn begins with the letter U. V. Vulture begins with the letter V. W. Wolf begins with W, and worm begins with the letter W too. X. Xenops begins with the letter X, and X is also for Xenopus. Y. Yak begins with the letter Y. Z. Zebra begins with the letter Z. The end. Let's read it again.